Christopher wanted to try Telecaster today, but for a reference point, he's got his Les Paul, his Chinese Gibson, and we're running into a IR200. And we've got it set to a twin combo. So he's going to get some sound here. We're playing my battery powered rig. Just go ahead and do a few chords or notes, whatever, Christopher. So what you think we'll change over to a Telecaster.
Now I haven't played in a week.
It's all right.
Recognize that?
Yeah.
Well, first, I want to know. I got a couple of questions first before I do.
Yeah.
And the first question is, now with these, I remember whenever I first saw these.
Keep talking.
Do you remember the Music Center over in downtown Morganton when that was there?
Yeah.
They started getting these in there. And I was like, that is the ugliest darn guitar I've ever seen in my life.
It's a plank.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, and at the time, I was totally humbuckers at the time.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, I'm a Strat guy as well. With Strats, I love the second and fourth position.
Yep.
Now with this, you don't have a second and fourth.
You don't have you got your three positions. It's sort of an acquired taste.
Okay.
A lot of people say that it's kind of a do-all guitar based on just how you roll your tone.
I've heard that.
I don't know that I would say that that's exactly what it is, but it is a sound that I like a lot. It's a sound that you've heard your whole life. It does dirty up real good. It cleans up really good, and it has a distinctive kind of thing. It's got a vibe, and it's got a playability factor. When you get one, there's a guy that I like a lot named Albert Lee, who's like a tremendous guitar player. And he just said that he just liked the way a Telecaster hung on him. And I have to say, that's me too. I've always been, for some reason, it's just the most comfortable playing guitar for me. Now this one is a copy. This is a Latitude Lark, which I got last week. Hopefully it's in tune right now. But I can show you what I'm talking about and give it to you. Or do you want to play this first?
You do it first.
So I thought what I'd do is do a this one I got here. Check my tune real quick. The thing I would say is that they stay in tune tremendously well typically once you've got everything set up right. So they're a great guitar for you to for that kind of for a country type stuff,
right? Or
for blues.
Now the thing is,
very stable.
I've seen some blues guys play these. Now my favorite blues guy that plays a Telecaster is Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang, yeah, Johnny does play. Albert Collins played Buddy Guy. Play a Telecaster a lot. Robin Ford is the one I think of the most that plays Tele. But let me give you. I'll give you a demo of the kind of thing I can do with it, or I like to do with it. So this is my first time trying this. Let's see if this works. Let's see.
Okay. The thing I like about this is that it's heavy.
It is heavy. It's a heavy Tele.
And this is the Latitude, you said?
It's a Latitude Lark, it's called. It's Latitude Lark. It's very much a Tele copy.
The neck reminds me of my most expensive guitar.
Really?
Which is my EVH Wolfgang. It's got about the the same neck width as that, but you can tell it's a really fast moving neck.
Yep. It's got not that front pickup is thick, and that might be one reason we're getting a little bit of. I've got the gain turned up more than we need to too.
Right.
And I'm going to send this thing to a JC clinch. It's got a little bit more range. So let's see. So tell you what, go ahead and hit the play button, record play button. It should start. Switch it over for a minute. You put that down where you want to.
So what's the difference between these two here?
Well, this one's super expensive and that one's not.
Oh,
and seriously, it's not. It comes down to well, the American one. Yeah, maybe your strap.
I got it right here for you.
Perfect. So the American one is just it's the classic. It's done by Fender. It's the way Fender's done it. It's not a copy, it's an original. You'll hear some difference in tone when I play it.
Okay.
It's definitely much lighter. But I don't know if you'll hear a whole lot of difference. Especially not played through that amp particularly. The only thing I've done, this was all stock except I did put Fender locking tuners on it. So I'll play just a little bit the same thing here. Or
now what year
is
this
do something
one?
different? Or do what?
What year is this one?
This one's an '89.
Okay.
So it is a kind of a classic year for them too, really. So I'll play a little bit. There is one difference with this one. This one does have a 12-inch radius.
Okay.
All the other ones we're playing today is a 9.5, so it's a little bit flatter board.
Gotcha.
In that year, they decided, I guess because of the shredder guys, the 12-inch radius was a little bit better kind of thing to go with.
1989.
1989.
So yeah, that makes sense.
American standard. So I'm going to go ahead and hit.
Now the thing is, everybody tells me that with these older guitars that have been played in and so on and so forth, that you can feel that with that. Is that what I'm going to find in this?
One thing you will find, and go ahead and look at it, you can see it's probably going to need to be refretted at some point. I played this. This has been my #1 guitar through all the bands I played. So there's no other guitar I've got that's got frets wore out like this.
Gotcha.
So this is all nickel frets. So you might feel that a little bit as you play. That it is very much worn in. But I've worked on this guitar over the years. It's beat up. It looks like crap. Kind of. I've scratched my initials in it in places in case it gets stolen.
See, that's a good thing. It gives it character.
Well, it sort of does. That one was pristine, beautiful. When I got it now, it's kind of a wreck. But I just totally love it.
Well, it's been over almost 35 years. So
89. What was that? What would that be? God, I guess
33 years.
33 years.
Yeah.
Crazy. Go for it, man. You find the groove. feel different?
The thing that I feel the difference in the most is a little bit of the weight, not by much, but the neck.
You like neck better on this one or the
I
other?
like the neck better on the cheaper one, actually.
I would actually argue that you're correct. And the people at Latitude are going to like hearing that. Because that is just a splendid neck.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels... You know,
See, the thing about roasted maple is when you're using roasted maple, even if it's on a cheap guitar,
yeah.
the thing is that your hand is going to slide on it. You're going to get to where you want to, and you're going to be able to do it confidently. The thing that has always been true with me is with a satin neck or something that's somewhat glossy,
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting to where I want.
You're going to probably hate this one. Look at the gloss on that.
Oh, wow.
So this is a super glossy one.
But see, at the same time, though, this one is somewhat glossy.
Yeah, it's a high gloss.
But at the same time, I guess it's the width of the neck. It feels good.
Yeah.
To me, you know, this right here is like the perfect neck.
That is that'd be a 12-inch radius on that one. And you got a shorter scale.
If they made this in roasted maple, it would be the ultimate neck right here.
Yeah. And where did you go ahead and tell us where you bought that, Christopher?
I actually had several of that particular guitar seized from customs when I ordered them from China. So I ended up buying this from a guy in the United States who had a slash appetite for construction chips and wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And he only charged about $100 more than you would buy it from like AliExpress or something like that. And I got it for within just a couple of days. And every time I get it from DHgate or AliExpress or something like that, after 3 months it'd be like, oh yeah, it got seized by customs.
Wow.
So what's this one here?
So this is Classic Vibe 50s Telecaster by Squier. So it's meant to copy your classic 52 type Telecaster.
Okay, so it's not meant to copy that one.
Do what?
So it's not meant to copy the previous one.
No, it's meant to be more like the very original. The previous one, well, the 89 was probably just an 80s take on a standard Strat or standard Tele. You know, here again, 12-inch radius. It had different kind of. This is more the traditional kind of saddles and stuff back here, which some people hate, some people love. I mean, I've never had a problem with them. I do kind of like the ones on the American better.
Now, what are the difference in the way the saddles are set up on this one?
You sort of have to, since you've only got 3 different screws to control them, but you got 6 strings, you have to get them as close as you possibly can, and sometimes you just kind of tilt these things one way or the other. You can see here how I've got them sort of staggered a little bit.
Right.
You got individual screws to kind of make up for the roundness of the neck.
So it's a little bit more work with these.
It is. But this is the original. This is what Leo started with, you know. So I'll go and play that same thing.
I got another question in terms of this. Now, in terms of the tone, considering this is the classic vibe, you said, right?
Yep.
With this one, did they try and copy the 50s tone of the pickup?
I'd say they sort of did.
Okay.
I don't know how close they came. That's the neck on this. I'm going through a Vox sound. Here's a tweak. I've always felt like this has got a little bit more treble in the neck position than I care for it to have. So in other words, to me, this is a little brighter maybe, and maybe the old ones were. I have played an old Tele.
Now,
I don't remember it being all bright.
Now, out of the ones that I've played so far, I like girth in the neck position.
Yeah.
So which of the ones that I've played so far have the most girth?
I think this one. Now,
I'm gonna end up buying one of those, aren't I?
It's hard not to. $2.99.
Yeah.
So I'll play with that little riff and think, man, here we go back up to the Marshall sound we've been using such confidence. So, let's see what's wrong with that. See how you feel. Now, the one thing we've not been doing, we've not been going back. If you want to do the.
I've been doing that a little bit.
Have you?
I've been doing that a
I've not
little
even
bit.
been watching you do it, but here.
The thing I did with the first one, was it Latitude?
Yeah.
The thing I did with that one is that I went into the neck position. I usually, or not neck, but the bridge position. I usually don't like the bridge position because I really like the girth of the neck, but sometimes when you're playing lead stuff, you know, the neck or the bridge position is the way to go at times.
How does that one, okay, does the gloss on that neck bother you immediately? It's not terrible.
yet.
It's just not, here we go. I have like 4 more Teles. I do have a lot more. But I brought you these because they're all, you know, one's very classic, one's modern. But in the 89, I would say modern because it's got a you know, 12-inch radius.
Yeah.
I also brought you this one, it's got humbuckers in it because there's all kinds of, you know, I mean, I didn't know the reason you like the Gibsons is because you like the humbucker sound.
You know, it depends. You know, the thing with the Gibsons, the things that I like about those is that deep round tone.
Yep.
You know, but then again, you know, I have the
You
Super
might
Strat.
like this better.
I have the Super Strat.
You do,
You know,
and that's not a super deep round tone.
It's not. It's used to kind of cut through the mix. Every single one of my
Yep.
guitars has a reason for being there.
Yep.
You know, so you know the thing is,
And that's the whole reason you want other guitars. It's slightly different tones, slightly different playability. And I have to say, every one of these guitars, and I've been playing the same stuff with all these, but
yeah.
I do play different stuff with each of these, and in that each one inspires me to play a little different.
And each of them sound a lot different. Like the last one, which was Classic Vibe, right?
Yeah, very old school Tele.
The Classic Vibe, the thing you noticed with that, or that I noticed, is that the output wasn't really much on that.
It wasn't much. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I had to reach over here and change your level a little bit so we could hear you. So here,
And not
this
as
one.
much sustain either.
Yeah. Now, one thing I'll say about this one, got the belly cut.
Yeah.
It's got, pretty sure it's still 9.5 radius. The kind of kind of finish you like on the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Humbuckers, 4 different tone, or 2 different tone controls, 2 different volume controls. I don't have the humbuckers pulled up real high. I don't usually pull them up too close to strings. So this one could be hotter if you want it to be hotter.
And it very well could be, considering that it's a
It's an economy guitar. But hey, let's hear what this one sounds like.
Who makes this one, you said?
This is Squier's Affinity. So this is probably the higher end kind of Affinity, but the Affinity's the lowest end of the Fender kind of market. But I dang like them, man. I have to say, to me, this has been a keeper guitar, which I just love.
Now the thing I can say with this one, just offhand, the thing I don't like is that it's really light.
It's super light.
It's really light. The neck, however,
That feels good.
I like the neck
Yeah.
on that. You know, totally different story on.
It's actually a very handsome guitar. It looks good on you, which I really, honestly, all these, I think when you go back and look, even though you thought they were ugly in the beginning, you're going to go back and you're going to say, I look kind of cool with that guitar.
Oh, goodness. I don't know if that's possible.
I'm going to crank you back up, man. Let's play
All right.
Uh-oh. Did I kill that? No, I may have. Uh-oh. Stop.
Because that's the one I'm leaning towards.
Well, it's got the best neck.
And plus, I like the price of it.
It's $299. It's hefty. It's well made, super well made.
And it seems like it has more sustain than the others.
Well, it's just a dang monster. It's not, to me, it's not your classic Tele sound. It's maybe more what you want, which is a little more rock, a little bit more aggressive, a little thicker. That's in my opinion.
I do feel the thickness. I don't know if I would really use something like this for rock, however. Maybe some blues stuff.
Maybe so.
But yeah, Prince also played one of these.
What were you playing there? What was your chord?
It was E. It was the key of
That might be a stinking mess, I don't know.
No, it sounded good.
And again, I gotta learn how to dial in my sound, guys, so forgive me if that sounded horrible today. Yeah, listen to that. That's going through a high gain. It's going through a high gain setting. Here's a British. That might work right there even better when you play it. guitar. What do you think of my crazy little rig?
I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this guy right
bass
here,
nine.
the bass one, because the thing I was hearing with that is that it kind of reminds me of Tough Mechanic sound a little bit.
Yeah. See, well, and there's somewhere on here I've got a bass amp programmed in. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got a. It's really good when I do that. I think it's at about 20 or something. You know, I don't usually do bass amps.
Yeah.
Stack. Natural bass, 29. Should have done that. So all of a sudden, wow, man, it does become a bass.
Now, can you do slap bass on it? Now let me ask, this company right here, did they send you that before it came out? Is that what happened then?
They did a short run. I think they did about maybe 24 of these.
Right.
And they wanted to send them out and see what people thought of them. So since I'd done a big time review on their Latitude Cardinal, the headless one, the natural color, and they liked that. This is not free. I was offered an opportunity to buy it at a really good price, and I think that probably still will remain around $300. But so they're getting data back from everybody, and the only criticism they're getting is, oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy. And in my review, if you watch my review, I could care less.
Yeah.
I'm like you. 10-pound guitar does not bother me.
No, me neither.
I can go all night playing this.
Because the thing is, with me, and I don't know if I've always been this way or what, but for me, if it's heavy, that says quality.
To me, it kind of does too. Knocked it out too with the jam on it. But I just think it's superior neck. I love stainless steel frets, don't you? I mean, I've
never played stainless steel frets except for that one.
Well, the thing about them is they'll never wear out. They basically there's just basically no way you're going to wear them out playing nickel strings against stainless steel. It just ain't going to happen.
Oh yeah.
So in that regard, it's one of the best. It's one of the best nicks I've played. It's pretty. It plays nice. It's still true to a Telecaster. I like the ones where you adjust the truss rod here instead of up here.
Right.
So I like this. I think the pickups are nice. I think that front pickup is meatier than my other Telecasters. The tone and volume knobs seem to work good. I like that matte finish.
Yeah, the matte feels really good on it.
You know,
now let me ask.
my other ones have the belly cuts. I don't particularly need that. Doesn't bother me. No, I don't think it's cut up here either.
Yeah.
So the other one's nice. It's got them, but it's not a feature that
Now
sells.
that's a fairly modern thing as well.
Yeah, it is.
Those things.
It is.
That's what I thought.
Well, Christopher, I'm not going to belabor the point. The question was, is Christopher going to buy a Telecaster? I think he's going to go back and think about it.
I don't know, but I do have to say, if I'm going to buy one, which I probably will, because, for instance, Prince had a Telecaster.
Well,
okay? And the thing is,
Pete
that
Townsend, all these different
Yeah.
people that are really good players.
And see, and plus at the same time, it's one of the things I told you earlier is that every guitar that I have has a reason for being there. Every single one of them. And now the thing is that I was able to find with the Telecaster is I was able to get some good blues tones out of it.
It's good blues guitar.
And so, that's one of the things. I tend to go to Strat for blues right now. Sometimes I find myself playing that for it as well when I want that nice round tone.
We're gonna while the cameras are still rolling, I'm gonna be picking stuff up. I'm gonna go pick up Nikki some stuff at Longhorn. She got her a burr from Longhorn at 6 o'clock.
Oh goodness!
So we're not super rushed, but I want to make sure we got a good review. Chris, here's what I think. I think as you continue to progress as a guitar player, you're just going to want different colors of sound. I don't think a Telecaster needs to be in everybody's wheelhouse if that's not what they're into.
But see, everybody tells
if you are into blues, then I think if you're into blues, if you're into country, if you're into American type rock, Americana type rock,
right.
Probably a Strat and a Tele, or Strat and a Les Paul would be. I mean, you can get Tele type tones and stuff out of a Strat, but to me, a Strat is a different kind of thing, and The thing you get with the Telecaster, you got a fixed bridge that you can do bends easier on. As you bend with a strap, with a floating tremolo on it, you're gonna sharpen the strings. It's just the way it works. To all the people watching my channel, thanks for watching. Thanks to the Guitar Rabbi. Thanks to the city of Morgan that's let us come here and make some noise and nobody complaining, getting mad at us.
Oh, exactly.
It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful day. I might as well go ahead and show just a little bit of it. Beautiful day here in Morganton. This is where we've been playing. The stage here is great. It's fun to come out here and play on stage and just have a great time. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.